Hello, my beautiful divine nations, beautiful Pisces. There's been a lot of shifting going on, and every time I try to do your reading, it was just not the timing for some reason. I tried and tried and tried. So I just had a really amazing experience this morning, which now propelled me to okay, I need to make this video now. I've been trying and trying and trying, but there was always something coming up. And I know, because I have a lot of Neptune in my chart as well, which is your main planet, there's been a huge retrograde in Neptune for, I want to say, about 9 months, maybe, something like that. And it's going to go direct next month. So thank goodness, as well as Uranus, and that's a longer transit that's going direct on December 25th. So anyways, I know there's been a lot going on with you guys. There's a lot of shifting, a lot of spiritual transformation, a lot of emotional transformation, as well as a lot of transformation with how you get inspired. I feel like some of us, someone including myself, have sometimes had a harder time with inspiration, and inspiration is the main thing for Neptune. It is a spiritual inspiration, and I feel like there's so much that has been shifting that it's really like taking you to another place internally and really deep in your soul, making you work hard on what you want, and taking you to places that are opening up even further. So that is probably why this reading has been slightly postponed, and I apologize for that. And thank you again for your beautiful patience. And I'm doing it in a different background location, so I hope you enjoy the greenery and the aqua energy and the water energy I'm bringing with you to you from just having a shower. But yeah, I had a beautiful experience, and there's a video down on my channel about this. I'm going to start doing so to say miracle vlog that happens to me. I'm starting to open up and share that with the public. So if you're in that space of wanting to share more of yourself, wanting to open up to your true gifts, is really coming from your soul and your heart. And I know that is exactly your biggest musal inspiration in this world. So yeah, I wanted to be clear and honest to you guys. So thank you again. I love you very much, and I know happy October. It's such a beautiful month. It's so spiritual. Down here, it's going to be the opposite season as the other side of the world. You guys are possibly in the southern hemisphere, and up there it's, did I say it right? Southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere. Sorry if I got that wrong. You guys are experiencing fall and then coming into winter, and now we're going to be experiencing down in Bali and Australia, New Zealand, South Africa as well, and anyone below the equator. You were experiencing, so to say, spring and rebirth. And I feel Scorpio is about rebirth. It's about rebirth, transformation, healing, coming into power, coming into emotional power and emotional truth. And that is exactly what is going on right now. It's been about a rebalancing and reshifting about relationships, about emotional connection to yourself, spiritual connection to yourself, spiritual connection to other beings, how you are creative, really reviewing a lot of stuff. What is real? What is not real? Are you, the whole thing with Neptune is that a lot of astrologers will say that you have a lot of Neptune, you're delusional. And I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. I feel it's the extremely spiritual planet, is a planet that understands, an energetic being that you are as well, that understands what is love and spirituality and what people cannot see in the physical world. Some of us are able to tap more into that, and that is our gift, and it's not a delusional thing. So it can have, especially with certain planets as well, Mercury, if it's retrograde, there can be points where it's like, oh yeah, like things are miscommunicated, but there's always another layer beyond that. So I want you to understand, if people ever tell you you're delusional, you don't know the truth, don't listen to them, because you know what? You know your truth, and you decide your reality and your truth, and you make what you want out of that. So never take anyone's advice that you feel like it doesn't match your truth. That's what I want to say. So let's get on to the reading. There has been a lot going on. We had a full moon a few weeks ago, the end of last month, and then we had a new moon in Libra, which is about relationships. And I feel like, as well as the beginning of the month, we had the retrograde ending, so to say, wrapping up in retrograde in Mercury, retrograde in Libra. So there was a lot of emphasis and highlight on relationships, communication, art, love, balance, the whole like energy of the Empress, the one that gives birth, the one that has the harvest, the one that truly has it all. She's like, I want to say she's the priestess, but she's the priestess of the harvest. And that's what's been going on. So if you've been experiencing any of those shifts, rebalances, obstacles, really having to work hard in what you love, you're not alone on that. It has been a huge transformational shift. And we are in the month of Samhain, and Samhain is the witch's new year. It's about, so to say, starting anew, refreshing. Either it's spring for you or either it's going to be winter for you. It still is connected. Winter and spring are so connected. And, after winter must come spring. And then after this, we're going to have Yule. So it's really about right now stepping into your spiritual truth, your authentic self, not being afraid anymore, being who you are. But yeah, there's been a lot of changes in relationships, I want to say, a lot of transformation. And that is okay. And that is part of the journey. And reviewing the past has been a big theme. And I feel like when Mercury went direct, I feel like there was more of an energy essence of Mercury retrograde. It's like, even though we finished that up, it had to do with communication with the relationships and how you communicate, depending on what sector it is in your chart. And now it's like, okay, now it's like a different world, a different perspective, whatever you choose. And you have the choice, what you want to make it, how you want to make it. You have that magic wand in your hand. It's not maybe a physical magical wand, but it's a magical wand to manifest what you want. What you focus on will become. And I feel like there's been so many messages coming through from dreams, spirit animals, spirit guides. It is the month to do it. I mean, the veil has thinned, whatever part of the Atlantic or ocean or equator you may be. We're all feeling this collectively. So, it's stepping into your truth, your light, your love, your connection to the world, your connection to spirit, your connection to humanity. You're learning a lot right now. And also understanding more yourself, merging your present and your past, and knowing that time, so to say, it's all one. It doesn't actually exist unless you make it so, unless you are the one that looks at your watch and lives your day like that. And time and space do exist on a certain level, but it is human created. So you can go back to any time you want. You can become anyone you want. You can merge with anything you want. You can do anything you want. It is your choice. And I think maybe that is why Spirit and the universe made me wait to do your reading till now. And I feel like there's always a divine timing why things happen. So trusting that. And knowing that this Halloween, this Samhain time is about you becoming who you are. You don't need to label yourself unless you want to. Make yourself into an artistic expression of who you are and be it your authentic divine self in this world. And that is exactly what I want to share with you today. So we're going to get onto the cards, and I'm sorry about the noise. Bali loves to build. They're big builders here. So they're building their own world as we are creating our own world at this moment. But yes, I feel like after around the full moon, so it's on the 28th, it's going to be in Scorpio. It's a rebirth. Full moon in Taurus. Hello. Okay, get grounded. Full moon in Taurus. It's about love again. So we have the double whammy of love balancing. It's like Libra was that air, flowy energy, balancing out, communicating things we need in relationships, about fairness. And now it's like, okay, Taurus, let us come down to earth. Let us come back to receiving harvest. What do we need? Where are our boundaries? What do we need in love? What do we need in our day-to-day abundance and our family? What do we need? What is our health routine? That kind of stuff. So it is what you make it. And again, aspects in your chart are going to be different depending on your natal chart. So if you would like a reading, I'm having a special till November 1st, and the link is below. It's on all my hour sessions. Let us get into the cards as I start to dry my hair. But anyways, so this month I'm going to pull you 3 cards, and we're going to do a little review. So beginning of the month, middle of the month, and the end of the month, and it's still going on. And it can go on till November for you, depending on what's going on in your life. It is a message that is channeled, and I find, time is such a funny thing, and the messages will come at the divine timing. And you might receive this message 2 weeks from now, and this can be relevant to you too. It is about the monthly energies, of course, but it is going to be different for everyone because this is a general reading. So if you'd like a more personal reading, the link is below, and I would love to share my love and light with you. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Voyager deck, and I'm going to be pulling you 3 cards, one for the beginning, one for the middle, and one for the end, so to say, and then into slight, energies of November. But we are still in October. It's an exciting time. There's so much coming through in dreams, spirit animals, and it's just beautiful. So let's look at the beginning. The beginning was, the 1st till about, mid-October. So when we hit the new moon in Libra. So we're still in that energy right now. Okay. So let me take you into that space, into that time. And again, time has to do, and reviewing has to do, really about merging every part of your soul and yourself where you are currently at. And that is the divine gift. So trust the angels, trust the light, trust the birds, and let us get on with your reading. Okay. The first card that wants to come up is this, and this is the Hermit. This came up for a few other signs, actually. And the Hermit has to do with, I want to say, spiritual grounded truth in your internal beautiful cave, about connection, about relationships, about the snake coming out. So beginning of the month, you are definitely going to be a hermit. And the Hermit is all about going within. Going within, speaking thy truth. There again is that eclipse energy from last month, as well as, so to say, the moon, the lunar energy and the solar energy. And again, I'm feeling that Mercury retrograde with my voice right now. So trusting that the hermiting time, the caveman time, is serving you well, and you're starting to harvest and spring up, so to say, new sprouts of abundance. So that's really beautiful. Ancient Egyptian solar energies. The Hermit is an ancient, in this deck, it's a very ancient spiritual man or woman. But I feel it has to do with your soul right now and merging that energy. So the middle of the month, which we currently are at, are beautiful Pisces for October 2015. Or whenever you may receive this message. This is the card that wants to come up. Okay, so yes, again, you might have hit something where it's like you're lacking inspiration. This is a 7 of crystals. It's really about getting grounded. So getting grounded in your spiritual truth, finding the gems in things that are slight obstacles. Because again, when your planet goes direct, you're going to be feeling a lot of forward motion, almost like, whoa, like really a lot more flow. And the flow is coming, the flow is here, but before that happens, kind of like a solar return, you're going to be facing some things like wrapping things up. So you're wrapping things up right now. And 7 is a very spiritual number. 7 is the number of God in numerology. So you're merging, so to say, your root to your crown chakra, having to do also with communication. So you're communicating something with spirituality, but it might feel like there's a slight obstacle and dullness, but the dullness is there so to say, you're releasing the obstacles right now. So you might be releasing obstacles mid-month, having to do with communication, because it is an air card, and 7 has to do with spirituality. So how you communicate to others through spirituality. All right, so the end of the month, and it could have to do also with Mercury retrograde. So do not fret. It's all there for a reason. In the end of the month, so towards Halloween, towards the full moon in Taurus, for Pisces. And your reading's going to be a little longer. So, Pisces. This card keeps wanting to come up. Okay, so it's the 8 of Cups, and it is actually reversed. I wanted to say retrograde because your planet is still retrograde, and it has to do with emotion. So it's upside down. It's spiritual growth with spiritual emotions. Like you're kind of moving forward to a new phase in your life, especially coming towards November. So there's a new phase that is happening for you. It's merging everything. It's like you're looking for more of a deeper connection. Because it's upside down, you feel like, okay, is this moving forward? Am I moving forward? Am I going forward? Yes, you are going forward, but you might feel emotionally upside down, but that does not mean that is a bad thing. So 8 of Cups, upright, is going to be about the spiritual. It's like even there's this waterfall with ice, which is really interesting because ice having to do with freezing things in time. So you might be freezing things within time and starting to realize, okay, I need to move forward in this direction so my goals can come together, so my emotions come together, so my relationships can really fully come to the space I want them to be in. It's really about looking at the past and the present and allowing yourself to feel exactly what you feel. It's a spiritual, emotional transformation that's happening, having to do with relationships, but really having to do with the past and moving forward with a brighter picture, the brighter light. It could having to do with merging everything together, but knowing that it's not all broken because the 8 is the infinity. It's funny because you had 7, which having to do with spirituality, and 8 is infinity. So you're merging, I want to say, timelines together, having to do with emotions, having to do with spirituality, having to do with love. And through that, excuse me, you're moving forward in a sort of swimming snake energy, of this fluid energy. You're the 2 fish, so you can make that, so the infinity dualistic energy with spirituality and love. It's like you need that twin to really fully feel that. You need that mirror, and everyone is a mirror, and everyone you feel like is yourself because it is your reflection, and you reflect to them as well. So definitely listen to that this month. You might feel dullness and stagnation, but those are words on the cards, and I always take the energy from what I see. And what I see is, there's, so to say, the pot is emerging from the water, and you're going to start seeing things coming together emotionally, spiritually, communication-wise, and also why you needed this hermiting time. So allow yourself to freeze in time for a moment. Take the time, take the moment, take the opportunity, take the moment of enlightenment wherever you're at to fully merge everything together, from communication to spirituality to emotional transformation. I feel it has to do with merging the past and the present. And let's pull you a goddess and see what the goddesses want to say. Actually, we're going to pull you one more of these. Again, that flowy energy with Pisces. So don't freeze too much, but allow yourself to review what you need. This card. Strength. So strength is about that Leo courage energy. You have that Leo courage energy, I feel. You could be connecting to a Leo this month, or some kind of fiery energy. And it's about merging, again, the side that is dark and the side that is cozy and light. And it's, so to say, you're being held upon the pillars of that Egyptian energy that's coming through again. The Egyptian goddesses are with you. The Egyptian transformation, the building your empire of emotional stability, and having to do with spirituality. It has to do with Leo energy, and Leo has to do with the heart. So coming from the heart with your spiritual connection, coming and merging with your soul on your soul level, your strength. You have the strength, and you are the spiritual strength for humanity right now. So trust that energy. And my hair is going everywhere. That's okay. Let's pull you a goddess now. And this is actually my first deck I got ever. So this is really amazing to be using this because this is how I started. And I haven't really used this deck too much, but I started using this on this channel. So your goddess is Pel. It says, be empowered by anger. I want to say, be empowered by your passions, goddess of fire. So your goddess of fire is merging yourself with your emotional transformation, your spiritual transformation, building your empire of truth and spirituality, and allowing yourself to rise above with the energy of fire. We have Uranus in Aries, so it could be that energy of Uranus and Aries connecting with you. And Pel is the goddess of the divine lava in Hawaii. So if you have anything with coming up with Hawaii or energies, hence we have palm trees right behind us, trust the energy. I'm going to pull you one more goddess. So you have fire, you have water, you have air, you have earth, you have most of the elements. That's amazing. All you need to do is add yourself in the equation, which is spirit, and you are spirit. So this is the card that wants to come up. Erda, which is earth. How cool is that? We had fire and earth for you. Look to the earth for answers, goddess of earth. So this is an ancient Germanic Celtic energy here. And it's about the tree. You're growing the tree with your passions. You're growing your empire with your passions. You're rising above. You could be wearing, I know a friend of mine who wears lots of red. You know who I'm talking about when you watch this. Yes, fiery red colors and earth colors. Connect to the earth and fire this month. As much as I know we have, water energies coming through with a spiritual transformation, the transformation of Samhain, Samhain. But earth and fire are awesome because earth shifts and earth is stability and water is flow, but it's also intense, deep emotions. And we need all elements to make our world. And yeah, earth is that stability and fire is the passion. So be empowered by passion and groundedness this month. Really earthing yourself and connecting to the trees, connecting that spiritual element of nature. The spirit is within you, and you are the watering essence and nurturing energy of what makes things grow. So allow yourself to grow and allow the earth to grow with your energy of spirit, of water, of the element of the flow. So you can get grounded, and so the earth can get grounded in spirituality. And there's actually another card, this was in someone's reading, was actually Capricorn. So Capricorn had this energy. So connecting to that Neptunian energy with, so to say, obstacles, but allowing the obstacles to flow and merge and transform. Because Saturn, which is Capricorn's planet, is about restrictions. And we do have this big expansive energy happening right now with the energy of Saturn now being in Sagittarius. So if you have any Sagittarius, this is going to really apply for you. Look at your Sagittarius energies as well in the reading, and as well as Capricorn's reading. If you have any people around you that are Sagittarius or Capricorn, this is going to be a really interesting time for you. Sagittarius is about expansion, fire. It's about spirituality as well, and expansion in the world. And Saturn has to do with building upon that with your restrictions and your boundaries. So really powerful reading, Erda and Pel, fire and earth. So look to those for inspiration and empower yourself and be extremely creative this month. Listen to some music, make lots of videos, make art with earth. That's what I want to say. So I love you very much, Pisces. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your patience. Patience is good. And I will see you very soon. If you would like a personal reading or Reiki session, below is the link. The special goes on till November 1st, 2015, and it is on all my hour sessions. So it includes Reiki and spiritual transformation work, meditations, and personal readings. I love you very much. Thank you very much, Neptunian being, from another Neptunian being from Bali, which says lots of air and earth here and water. Love you very much, and I'll speak to you very soon. Mwah. Namaste.